Welcome to the video. In this video, we have a new loan officer and she just got her license about 3 months ago. She's gonna go over the biggest challenges she faced getting her license and then also when she got into the industry and some of the challenges that she faced as a new loan officer. So if you're getting licensed or if you just got your license, this video is for you. Let's dive right into it. Welcome to Coffee with Closers. In this series, we interview top real estate producers that are out there making big things happen in the real estate industry. That way you can learn from their failures and their big wins so you can start winning more in your real estate business. So welcome to the video. Today I have Amanda Mendez. She got her license about 3 months ago and she is just getting started in this business, but she's on a fast roll and she's really working hard to make this happen. So we're going to talk about the top 3 things and the top 3 challenges that she faced in this industry just getting started, and she's off to a super fast start. So this is someone that you can learn from and somebody that's probably in your same shoes. So Amanda, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're
guys.
welcome.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I would love to share I appreciate sharing the story. I feel like I learned from doing my own research and finding videos, so I'm happy to
That's
provide
awesome.
my own.
That's awesome. So tell us a little more. So you got your license 3 months ago. You got into this business. What are the shocking things that you've come across, and what are the biggest challenges that you faced as a new loan officer?
So first is, getting adjusted with the schedule. I think in my own personal experience, I came from something that was a 9 to 5 and having set, I would still work all the time, but I did have that set routine and structure. So, but I had it for that industry. So I think my first challenge was getting grounded in what my schedule is going to be in this role too. And because I do want to apply consistency. I have learned and heard it's most important to be predictable so that people know, have an idea of who you are and how you function.
Yes.
So that's come along a little bit, some trial and error for sure in the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was getting in the very, very beginning was getting grounded in my schedule.
That's huge because it can be messy. When
Yeah,
you first
it can be.
Get started from a 9 to 5 or whatever
True.
you were doing before. You have a structure. Now you don't really have structure. So
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
And we're there, on the lending side, we're there for the buyer and for the consumer. So we have to work around their schedules, just like real estate agents do. It might be late nights, it might be weekends, it might be helping a partner out for an open house on a weekend or stuff like that. So
That's true.
Just getting acclimated with that. So.
That's true. So that's the first thing is kind of figuring out the schedule, time blocking, all that kind of stuff, figuring out some kind of a plan so you have consistency and you're not all over the place.
Yes.
Now, what else? What other things that were challenging? Getting clients, meeting new people, prospecting?
Networking and getting out there. I mean, you have to be, this role on the lending side is part technician, part networking and sales, and you have to be likable.
Yes.
You can't always be just a technician as well and be great on the computer and puzzle side. You have to still be welcoming. So networking, I think my biggest thing though is patience. I feel like just getting into it too, remembering to just have patience and in all the work that you do into the networking. You might not see it immediately. I also took the leap in a crazy market time too. So
yeah, probably the worst time.
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely came in on the tail end of things, but I'm going into it more of this will make me stronger.
Yes.
Because I have full intention to continue it on. So as long as I can make it through and be okay. But remembering to be patient because it's not an immediate
that's the thing.
Instant gratification right away.
It's so true. That's the same with real estate or mortgage. I mean, it's one of those things where you put the work in now and you'll get paid 3 months from now.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it is.
It's true.
So it is patience. It's a big thing. And I think a lot of people get frustrated with that piece because they're doing the work now, and at a 9 to 5 job, you might get paid that week or maybe bi-weekly. With this kind of thing, you might get paid in 3 months.
Yeah.
So it's high risk, high reward. Your paycheck might be $20,000 in 3 months, but you have to wait that 3 month time and put the work in every day.
Yeah. And every day too, like you have to be consistent with that work that you're doing and putting in, you have to fully immerse yourself into it. I feel like, and even people have asked me if I've thought about getting into it part-time. I feel like, in my opinion, to get really into it, if you really want to take this career to where you have that fullest potential, and there's amazing potential that can come from it. I have great mentors that are great idols that I look up to, but I wanted to do that at full time and give it my all. So.
You have to kind of burn the ships, you're saying. And if you don't have that mentality, you have the ship waiting for you and you just jump back on when things get tough. So speaking of that, what's your take on the highs and lows of the industry? So I know in real estate, on the real estate side, there's a lot of ups and downs, and that's one of the things that agents struggle with. On the loan side, I'm sure there's the same thing. You take a couple applications, you work hard, you prospect, they all get declined, they can't get approved.
Yeah.
And what's your take on that?
Yeah, that's a really good point. My take is to try to still actually have it in my morning practice. In the morning, I try to spend 15 minutes where I just like drink my coffee and don't turn my phone on quite yet. I catch myself, I go to the phone right away, but then I'm like, nope, put it away. And I have a little journal and I write down the accomplishments of the day before. And it fuels my motivation for the next day because
that's awesome.
And you're right, like I can get, there was a couple days I get applications and I think it's great. And then maybe they don't pan out the right way, or they need their credit repair and they need a little bit more time and stuff like that. Instead of looking at it like, oh, I didn't get them pre-approved, or they didn't send me their docs, I instead reflect on, I got those applications. My realtor partners I've met with, that I networked with, thought of me, and I'm appreciative that at least I celebrated that they sent it to me. So I try to celebrate at least like 3 things a day in the morning.
That makes sense. That's awesome. So that's the thing. It's almost like you can't control the outcome, but you can control the input.
Yeah. And how you look at it.
Yeah, and you control what you do every day and how many apps you get, through your prospecting, but you can't control if they're qualified or not. So that's a good approach. It's kind of looking at what you're accomplishing and not the downside.
Yeah.
That's huge. So are there any other challenges that jump out?
The last one I would say is that, along with the patience, is that trying not to compare where you are now to where you see others. Because with networking, as what we have to do, we have to build our network. You meet others, and you might meet others who are in it for a year or 2 years or 10 years and 20. That's their journey. And you still, when you leave that event or in the next day when you wake up, you have to appreciate, okay, this is where I am now, and don't get overwhelmed by where everyone else is on their journey too.
That's awesome. I love that. And that's so true because, you can't compare somebody that's 20 years out to you that started 3 months ago, right? Because their book of business is 20 years old. Exactly. So even if you're hustling and even say you're working harder than them, it's going to be really hard to catch them in that short span of time. Yeah. So that's awesome feedback. Because I feel like people do that a lot in this industry. They compare and like, oh, this guy did this and this guy did that, or this girl did this and this girl did that. Yeah. It's just like, there's no point. So you're better off just looking at your, own accomplishments and comparing yourself to how you were yesterday and seeing if you're moving along in the right direction, right?
Of course.
That's huge. So. Amanda, thanks for coming on. I'm sure people that just got their loan officer license are going to love this video and they're going to love the feedback. So
I hope it was helpful.
Yeah, I think it was. And if you have questions, drop it in the comment section below. And if you like this kind of content for real estate entrepreneurs, hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks so much for tuning in.